don't worry, it's not all Sega this week.
I think I love retro games.
It is Jace at Retrogames! Hello, how are you? Happy Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already. Where does the time go? How much have we got left, more importantly? And have we wasted it all editing? Maybe some of us have. It's not important. Let's never go outside again. Let's all stay indoors. I always wanted a cellar. I haven't got a cellar. I always wanted to barricade myself down in a cellar with a massive mountain of baked beans, a massive stockpile, a shelf full of batteries, my Game Boy, my DS, my Virtual Boy, my Neo Geo Pocket, all the handhelds. I don't know. Is that a weird retro gaming thing that we'd actually like it if we got snowed in? If you got snowed in so bad that you open the front door and all you can see is snow and you think, yes, finally, me and my God. When we just came out of the pandemic, Jace, come on, this is sick. You are sick, man. No, but I think as a gamer, there is, I don't know if this, you probably think of it too. When you're playing games, you're thinking, but I should be doing other stuff. I really want to be playing this, but I really should be doing other stuff. I really should let the dog out, or I really should take the kids to school. Stuff like that. But isn't it great if all that was taken away and you're absolutely free to sit all day long on your Amiga playing Theme Park? I mean, wouldn't that just be amazing? And nobody cared, nobody told you off, no misses to make you feel guilty. Shh. All right. Anyway. How are you? What a week we've had. I haven't got a lot of retro gaming news this week, not major retro gaming news out there. Not going to start ranting about CEX again, even though I did like doing... I still like doing it. But this week, you might have noticed on the site, it has been another massive listing week. I think almost 1,000 items have been added to the site in the last 2 weeks. So if you're not familiar with the website, go and check it out. Tons of amazing stuff for sale. Particularly though, if you're looking on a computer, don't bother looking on your phone. I shouldn't be saying that, should I? Shouldn't say that. But we all know the phone version of Retrogames website is not great. But it's brilliant on a computer. You can actually find stuff. You can't look at sold items on the phone. There's a big problem with it. It doesn't matter. I showed you last week. We are developing a brand new website later on this year. We're going to have big changes at Retrogames, and it's going to be massive for all of us. So that's something to look forward to. But in the meantime, I've got one very important thing to say in a moving it on kind of way.
What's in the box?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What is in the box this week? Well, as I said, it has been a big week for Sega. I think over the last week, like 260, 270 Sega items. A lot of them sold very quickly. That's always the way when you're listing Sega stuff. Stuff gets snapped up all the time, which is great. It's great. We need the sales. We definitely need the sales. I'm going to start with one of your favourite formats, the Master System. Let's check out Master System. My first game this week is So gay. It's so gay. It's so gay, this game. It's so gay, isn't it? It's just so... No. It could be gayer. It's so gayer than any other game. Alright, I don't know how to say it. I've never known how to say it. Segaya. I'm sure it's Segaya. It's a Taito coin-op. Brilliant shooter. Check it out. And here we go then, it's in beautiful condition, this one, beautiful condition. I mean, I do love it when a game is pristine, as you know, and look at the manual, different black and white front cover. That's real, that's original. But yeah, usually they're in blue, aren't they? Usually in blue, but yeah, it's a black and white one. Sega. Sega. It kicks us off. First game on the Master System. The system for masters. Okay, let's go. Role-playing game here. We've got Spellcaster. Spellcaster. There isn't a lot of role-playing stuff on the Master System. I mean, this is the early days of role-playing games, full stop. I mean, if you play this game at the time, you're thinking, oh, I thought this was going to be rushing around, bashing people over the head. But no, it's not.
Okay, so I'm going to try and liven this up with a bit of great commentary. You aren't going fishing. Let's move. Let's go outside. Oh yeah, okay, we're now at the pier. Brilliant, I love the pier. Let's go to Midori's house. Oh, there's a grandpa. Oh, he looks a nice guy. Let's talk to Grandpa. Did you find the X-ray glasses in the boathouse? You can see the seabed with those. Oh, okay. Let's go back to the boathouse. First, got to go to the pier. Now we're at the pier. Now let's go to the boathouse. Yeah, I love the boathouse. It's gorgeous. I wonder which one of these items looks like X-ray glasses. Can you guess? I've taken the glasses. You didn't expect that. No, there is arcade elements to this game. Here we have a bit of it's scrolling around shooting. It is an arcade adventure, really, but maybe a little bit heavy on the adventure. I'm just going to get this blob. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a highly rated Master System game. Enjoy it.
Let's just show you that on the camera. Oh, it's again beautiful condition. The manual, see, this manual's in blue, but it faces the wrong way. It faces the correct way, really, like a little proper book. Yeah, again, immaculate condition. Lovely to have that on the Master System this week. Now, here's a rare game that people always want, and that is Psycho Fox. Crazy Like a Psycho Fox. I don't know why. Why don't we have a look at it and see why we think people want it so much? I'm not really sure why people want it so much. Anyway, Psycho Fox is again another immaculate, beautiful example. Got that manual. It's facing well, it's the wrong way, but it's the way that we expect on a Master System game. Yeah, lovely condition. Psycho Fox. Any more Master System? Yes, there's more. Now, this is a rare game. This is a rare game for the Master System, and I love the simplicity of the design and the cover. I think you'll agree. The game is called Wanted. Let's just check out Wanted. Yeah, it's a Wild West shoot. It reminds me of High Noon. I always think of High Noon. Any Wild West game, I think of High Noon on the Commodore 64. I don't even, Red Dead Redemption. I'm still thinking of High Noon. That's what can I say? I'm a retro gamer. But again, immaculate condition. Look at that beautiful manual. Not singing it yet. But yeah, a beautiful example of a real classic. It's that simple design. That simple, and that's what we love about Master System. Very simple. They went simpler, didn't they? You think like games like Quartet or Fantasy Zone with just like an icon, a giant icon on the front, and this is proper artwork. But there is something beautiful about the cohesiveness of the Sega Master System collection. They all look great as a group. They all hang together like good boys. Well, now what about this? So this is a super rare game now. Super rare. This is for the Master System. Bart versus the World. Let's check it.
Now, you might play this on the Mega Drive. It's more common on the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. It's made of lots of different styles of games. You've got the classic skateboarding game. Then you've got like cave platforming. The graphics for Bart are really good, aren't they? Pretty good. Almost good. And we've got sliding block puzzles sort of stuff. We've got your classic platform shooting rescue mechanic as well. I like this bit. This is it reminds me of Tapper. I don't know why, because it's nothing like Tapper. But yeah, jumping on Moe's bar, getting the faces, but avoiding the alcoholic drinks. Good boy.
Check it, Khan. Yeah, I think that is a very, very rare game, isn't it? It's become very rare. This one. But you see the other Simpsons game, Bart versus the Space Mutants. But look at that. Look at that manual. I did it. I can't help myself. It's just look at that manual though. That is gorgeous. Why do I find the manuals more exciting than the games? Because I'm broken. I am broken. I've been doing it too long. I'm the oldest retro gamer in the world. Remember that. Ken, do you remember Ken? He's got a right side on. Ken side on. I always think, it reminds me of Kessen. You think of Kessen on the PlayStation 2. But no, Ken Sidon is an arcade scrolling action game. Let's check Ken Sidon.
Now this game takes me back to the glory days, the days of Aztec Challenge, when things were so tough, and one mistake and you're out. You can feel it, can't you? You can feel the frustration. Dodging these arrows, you can take them out with your sword like that, but they're just everywhere and they keep coming at unexpected trajectories. Look, I'm moving along at a snail's pace. Yeah, the whole game is like you're holding your breath. Obviously these young gamers, they'd whiz straight through this in a heartbeat, but for me, they're super tough, dexterous, skillful, super frustrating when you die, but you haven't died.
It's got lovely artwork again, hasn't it? He's about to take this big demon guy down with his sword. Very Japanese theming. Japanese theming. Let's have a look. And yeah, of course, it's got a lovely manual. And there we go. Ken side on. It's like Ken, but side on. Okay. What's left? Okay, we've got more Master System. How many? Loads of Master System, Jace. I know, I told you, there's a lot of games in my box this week. But it's not all Sega. Don't worry, it's not all Sega. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Now, this came out on the Mega Drive as well, didn't it? But it's very rare on the Master System. It is an adventure game, not very thrilling to show you. It's a text-based adventure game. And it comes with 2 manuals. That's what I remember most. There's the user manual and then the detective's almanac with extra stuff in. And it's red, not blue. And the cartridge label, look, white with red text. It's different. It's playing it weird, isn't it? And now, there was something about this game I also wanted to show you, and that's got a sticker on the back, and it's underneath the film. But I think it was put on, this is a Parker game. You know, Parker made loads of great games, made some great handheld games, actually, you know, get me started on the Cube at handheld. But they also made loads of great games for Atari, they made the Star Wars games. What else did they make? They made the Spider-Man game, they made loads of stuff. Amidar. Anyway. They made a few games for later consoles, and this is one of them. But this sticker, I think, is put on by Parker. I'm just going to show you. Look at this brown sticker here. That has been stuck onto the inlay underneath the film. It says, Sega, the new generation for the 90s. And that's strange, isn't it? I don't think I've ever seen that sticker before. Something else I've never seen before. And it is as well. It is on the top of the cartridge. It's strange, isn't it? Strange. I mean, I guess a shop could have put that on. But I think it's unlikely. I think that being under the thing, I think that is not a retail sticker. I think that has been put on to give that game a bit of pizzazz, because it's an adventure game and people think it's a bit dull. No, let's stick a sticker on it, then they'll want it. Maybe. No, not many people wanted it. Okay, here we're going to finish on the Master System with this Blade Eagle 3D, one of the rarest games on the Master System, and it uses the 3D glasses. Let's check it.
Now the reason this game looks squashed is because it is for the 3D glasses, limited resolution, and this is the image for just one of the eyes. But if you looked at it stereoscopically, it would look incredible.
It's a 3D shooter, again, beautiful condition. It hasn't got the manual, this one though, it hasn't got the manual, but it has got the cartridge, which is always handy if you want to play the game. Yeah, those Outrun 3Ds are the one that people really, really love. You know, great excuse to have that. But I mean, Outrun 3D on the Master System is novel, but it's not as good as that Outrun 3D I played on the 3DS. That was incredible. So yeah, if you want your 3D Outrun, maybe not the Master System, maybe not, maybe the DS. Okay, what's next? Let's stick with Sega. Okay, sorry about that. I just saw my box out. It was all misordered. And I like to get all the same format out at the same time rather than go back to a format. So, what's next? Okay, what's next, Jason? What about this? A classic. We moved on to the Saturn, UK Saturn, Panzer Dragoon. Now, if you don't know about Panzer Dragoon, it was an incredible flying game. I mean, it's from AM2, isn't it? Isn't it AM2? I can't see their logo. Maybe it's not AM2, maybe I'm talking rubbish. But it did feel like Afterburner on a Dragon, didn't it? Let's check it.
Now, when it comes to the Saturn, sometimes you play a game and it's not as exciting, as good as you remembered. It's a bit jaggy-waggy, can we say? Jaggy-waggy. You forget, don't you? You can see the intention of what they wanted the graphics to do. I mean, these huge bosses, these big sandworms, it's all visible, but it's all pretty lumpy. It's not really what we used to now. I mean, it's not particularly fast. It's a bit jerky. Is it jerky? Jerky-worky, maybe. But it's still of the time. They were really pushing the Saturn hard with this game. And it shows, I guess it shows.
Yeah, maybe not Afterburner on a Dragon, but it's still a brilliant game. And here we go, there we go. There's what it looks like. Panzer Dragoon, it's got the disc. It's got the box. That is Panzer Dragoon. I remember when I first saw Panzer Dragoon, and I did think, oh, they spelled dragon wrong. That hasn't really gone away. I don't know how you feel about that. More Saturn, more UK Saturn. What about this? Spot Goes to Hollywood, quite an unusual game. Now, you might remember Spot. He's become a celebrity, but he's actually famous for being on the front of a 7-Up can. He's the round dot on the front of a 7-Up can. And on the Mega Drive, and Cool Spot came out for loads of things. It came out for Amiga and the ST. Cool Spot came out for loads of formats where you controlled the Spot. They put some sunglasses and some arms on him, and you controlled him through a platform game. Well, he made it through to the Saturn. I don't think he got beyond the Saturn. I think this was the last Spot game. But yeah, Spot Goes to Hollywood. It's a simple, fun, roam around 3D game.
In a strange way, this game is the opposite of Panzer Dragoon. It's far better than I remembered. It's really fast, brilliant animated graphics. It's a simple enough roam around, collecting and killing game. I'm kind of like N64 inspired 3D platformer, really, but that isometric view. But yeah, it's actually a really good game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got the manual, and there you go. Spot Goes to Hollywood. But yeah, unusual game for the Saturn. We don't get a lot of Saturn stuff. We don't get a lot. I mean, let's be honest, Saturn stuff is terrible condition-wise, isn't it? It's the worst treated game. It's the we always slag off the Dreamcast and maybe PlayStation 1 cases. But when they went with the cardboard, Sega didn't do a great job either, because they're the most worn out of all the formats, unless you get the plastic case ones like this. Let's see if I timed that. Exhumed.
Yes, Exhumed. Now this, I think this is a very underrated first-person explore 'em up. It's kind of got a Doom feel about it. The graphics, you shoot the bad guys. But have you spotted? There's something about it that's just a bit odd, isn't there? Do you know what it is? Can you? It's like we're laying on the floor. We are too short. Why are we so short? It's a shame, because I think this game is actually really, really good, and the Saturn performs particularly brilliantly with this style of game. Yeah, there's good contrast when you go on the outside stages to the inside. It's a nice game.
Now this is a rarer case style, but the later games, I'm thinking Resident Evil came in one of these, didn't it? A D that came in one of these. Yep, a proper plastic lined, like their own style, giant hard DVD case. So it fits nice on the shelf. You know, they fit nice together. You know this. I'm not teaching the duck to suck its own egg, but I just think, yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? They're lovely and thin. They're a bit too high for most shelves, though. They're annoying if you're collecting Saturn. You've got to have a special shelf that you've made slightly higher with a bigger gap, because it's not going to fit on a DVD shelf. But they are terrible. Why are they terrible? You know, I don't even know why I'm covering this. Don't even know why I'm saying it. I am wasting my breath. But let's just, just for any newbies out there, the problem is these disc teeth. They do not hold this disc well. It's quite high. I think it's the height of the teeth means that the disc rattles around. Look at that. It says a lot of movement, not like a DVD case. It's a lot of movement, and they get bashed around and scraped inside the cases. So yeah, they're the worst condition games in Retroland, which is a shame. Okay, carrying on with the Sega. Let's stick with the Saturn. We've got this is a Japanese Saturn game. Now you might know this. This is Magic Knight Ray Earth. Magic Knight Ray Earth. Let me just show you that there. Now, this is a role-playing adventure game worth a lot of money if you've got the USA one. The USA one, I think the last copy we had, we sold for £400. £400, Jace? Yeah, £400. It comes in one of those horrible, you know, the long, another case of bad case design Sega. The long box, I'll put a picture, the long box Mega CD box cases, which always got damaged and smashed. They look brilliant if they're brand new. They're very huge for just a single disc. But yeah, anyway, Magic Knight Ray Earth, very sought after. This is the Japanese version, a bit harder to play. Obviously, role-playing games not particularly great in Japanese if you don't speak Japanese. Yeah, reckon. But this is a lovely box set, and it comes with this extra booklet. And it's got lovely art. It's got art and pictures. It's just nice. It's a nice thing, isn't it? It's like a limited. So you've got the slipcase. You've got some girls there. I'm not really sure what these girls are doing there. Just hanging out. Just I think they might be the musicians who did the soundtrack. Yeah, orchestral score on this game. But yeah, lovely little extra booklet. But that isn't the reason I picked it out. That is not the reason I picked it out. The reason I picked it out was because something else inside the box I thought was even more special. Okay, so we've got some more inserts. You've got the little warranty card. You've got the disc. You've got a beautiful little flyer for the Saturn there, just for other games, I think, for other games. But this, get to the point, Jace. What about this? That is Sega memory card stickers. They are stickers, unpeeled. But yeah, you can peel them up and stick them on your Saturn memory cards. Saturn memory cards are pretty rare. Yeah, but I just thought that was pretty cool. I don't remember ever seeing a Sega Saturn memory card sticker free in a game before. And okay, if that's not interesting to you, maybe this is the wrong show. Maybe this is the wrong channel. To me, a free sticker, what? I've never seen before. Exciting, very exciting. I go 8 for stickers. Moving on, still with the Segas. Mega Drive, yeah, Mega Drive. And what about this? Rystar, one of the greatest games on the Mega Drive. Let's check out Rystar. And there we have it, a beautiful example. You can see the shine. It's like it's just come out of the shop. Someone's cherished possession. Not anymore. Sold to me. And now it's going to be it's on the site now. I think it's on the site now. But what a beautiful example of such a legendary game by Treasure. And what do I say every time we mention Treasure? They made Gunstar Heroes. That's right. You can have a little bingo card, Jace's bingo card, every time that Treasure comes on, Gunstar Heroes gets mentioned, don't worry about it. Or munctioned. Or munctioned. Yeah, I like to muncheon things, alright? You guys, I don't know.
What a load of crap.
And this, for some reason, this is really rare. And it's an unboxed cartridge. You think, Jace, this is getting a bit desperate. No. This is the Flintstones for the Genesis. Now, apparently, Flintstones on the Genesis, box complete is worth 100 quid. I mean, who knew that? Who knew that? But this is just a loose card, but it's still beautiful condition. Do we want to see the Flintstones on the Mega Drive?
What a load of crap.
No, not going to. Not going to. But we will show this game. Now, this is a really rare game on the UK PAL Mega Drive, and that is Demolition Man. Do you remember? It's a Stallone film. 75 quid for a loose cartridge. Jace, you're taking the mickey, son. No, honestly, this is a really, really rare game. Let's check out Demolition Man on the Mega Drive.
Oh yes, now I know why it's worth so much money. What a brilliant game. Super fast scrolling action shooter. You're Stallone and you're blowing up stuff, taking out the offices of some corporate narcissistic tax dodging Elon Bezos. But yeah, it makes those like Hotline Miami games, those look rubbish compared to this classic Mega Drive game. Rescuing the hostages, blowing stuff up, love it.
Yeah, Stallone, man. I love Stallone. Stallone encapsulates the 80s for me, I used to think Arnie was best, but now I've changed my mind. It's Stallone.
I don't deal with psychos. I put them away.
What about this one? Another rare game, Radical Rex. Let's check that out.
And here it is. This is Radical Rex. It's a game really so much better than I remembered it was. It's a really fun action platformer with really beautiful graphics. It looks stunning. We often compare 16-bit consoles and computers, but I think this is the speed of it and the action, the animation. It's probably as good as anything on the Amiga. What a lovely game.
Radical Rex, yeah, it's all for you dinosaur lovers. Cartridge only, but very rare game and lovely to have in this week. There's another game that people really love. It's a great game. Again, a loose cartridge. And you're thinking, Jace, why are you going just showing loose cartridges? Well, the reason for that is I cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered to open any more Mega Drive cases. My fingers are sore. No. If it had the box instructions, I showed it. But it's Mazin Wars. Very, very great game for the Mega Drive. Let's check Mazin Wars.
Now at first you'd think, oh yeah, Mazin Wars, another street brawler, a Final Fight style game, but no, it's got so much more to offer. It's got some fantastic big boss levels. Look at this guy. Oh, that's a nasty grip. But then that leads to proper fighting sections, and look at the animation on this. A proper one-on-one fighting game with swords and weapons. It's just beautifully done. It's no wonder this game is so sought after.
Lovely, Mazin Wars there. Mazin Wars. Mazin Wars. Maybe. Carry on, Jace. What's next in the box? Well, we've got a real lovely game here. Here's another rare one. For some reason, all these rare games are unboxed this week. I don't know why, but who cares? Skeleton Crew. Check this out.
Skeleton Crew, and yes, is another gorgeous free roaming shooter. They got amazing graphics. The Mega Drive, people don't think of it being a particularly graphical console, but we've pushed to its limits. It looked pretty fabulous, and it's really smooth. You've got to take out this row of shooters. This is why I love retro gaming, because some games are just, they're going to stand the test of time forever. This is fun, whatever decade you're from.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew, very nice game. Another really nice game for the Mega Drive. One more, and this is back on the Genesis. And this is a game I'd never seen before, so I thought we're going to show it on the show, and then at least I know what it's like. It's for the Genesis. It's got a very horrible torn label. Do you know what it's called yet? It's called Death Duel.
Nipple alert, hit him so hard his family bleeds. That sounds really awful. I can see why this didn't come out in Europe. It's a first-person, target-based, one-on-one fighting game. With robots and mechs. So basically I've used the sight and I shoot different parts of his body. First you've got to take the legs off. Somebody doesn't fall over, of course, that's too much graphics. Oh, he fell down a little bit then. Take the gun out of the top. And then blow up the head. It's a strange game, isn't it? I did it. Amazing. Wow. Death Duel. Moving on. What's next, Jace? Any more Mega Drive? No, I think that is the Mega Drive covered. What's next then? Don't worry, there's still another Sega format we haven't talked about. But this is a really, 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 really rare game. It is for the Game Gear, and it is Tempo Junior. Now, if you're
if you're a Game Gear collector, you'll know this is one of the rarest games on the Sega Game Gear. Unfortunately, the Game Gear, it's hard to play, isn't it? It's hard to see any graphics on that fuzzy screen these days. They've all dilapidated on. But if you've got one of those new ones, those ones that have been rescreened, then you'll be all right. But Tempo Junior, let's show you what Tempo Junior looks like on the Game Gear. Beautiful, fun platformer. Now this is a Portuguese issue from our friend John. He's a member of the Hardcore 44 and he sold us this. It's got a nasty tear, sadly, a bit of a tear at the back, which is a shame on such a rare game like this. It has got a Portuguese sticker on and it's got two manuals. It's got a regular multi-language manual and a Portuguese manual. There we go, it's got the plastic casing and there we go. That's the bonus manual. And there's the original manual. Lovely. Let's get the cartridge out. I've got to show you every single bit of these rare ones, and there it is. It's beautiful condition cartridge. Lovely. It's just so brilliant to have a game. We have never had Tempo Junior in stock before. Yes, and it is very expensive. You're right. But it's, you know, if you collect Game Gear, there's a lot of people out there collecting all Sega. So, you know, if you collect Game Gear, what a classic. Okay, still Sega. But it's for the OG Xbox, and that is House of the Dead 3. Now this game fills me with sadness, doesn't it you? It fills me with sadness because we had the brilliant House of the Dead 1 on the Sega Saturn, didn't we? Sega Saturn, wow, what a game. It felt like magic. It was, we'd had Virtual Cop, but House of the Dead felt like a slice above that. It did feel like an epic shooting game. It's a light gun game, light gun shooting game. Then we had it on the Dreamcast. I never liked House of the Dead 2 so much on the Dreamcast. I never really got on, don't tell anyone, I never really got on with the Dreamcast light gun. I didn't feel in love with it. I don't know, I felt the weight was wrong, it didn't feel like a pistol, it was a bit too wide, just never a fan of it. And then you had this. Now this breaks my heart because it was a poignant moment with the demise of Sega, where suddenly you've got the third game in the House of the Dead series coming out in a non-Sega format. And of all the formats, the blimmin' heck, the OG Xbox, you know, it did not feel right. A first-party Sega, I like the Xbox really, but it didn't feel right that the original Xbox should be host to a first-person Sega game. There's quite a few, Sega GT, isn't there? There's Panzer Dragoon game, Alta. There's another one, Outrun 2. Yeah, there's quite a lot of OG Xbox Sega releases. Anyway, enough of the waffle. Let's check the game out. It's still a brilliant action game. Light guns on the Xbox are a bit of a lottery anyway. They are a bit all over the place, so, you know, not the perfect solution. I think they could have brought it out for the Dreamcast, couldn't they? Even though the Dreamcast is demised, they could have converted that and just done like a version for the Dreamcast. It would have been pretty good, wouldn't it? House of the Dead 3 on the Dreamcast. But that's just like my fantasy world. Sticking with the Xbox, yeah, we've moved on from Sega now. You can relax, non-Sega fans. Just a game that we just never had in stock, and I don't know why. So I thought I'm going to put it on the show. We'd never had Shrek for the OG Xbox in stock. And yeah, I don't know. I just think, oh, that's weird. It's never been in stock. And it also got me thinking, it's by TDK. Let's just look at the look. There's the logo, TDK. And what do you think when you think TDK? You think the classic SA60, SA90 blank tapes, don't you? We loved those. They were super products. They must have sold billions of those. Making all your compilations for the car. And then they start releasing video games. Isn't it weird? It's weird. TDK, and where are they now? What are they doing? You know, just like, I thought they'd merge with BASF. There's a lot of classic blank tapes. Let's just show a picture of a TDK SA90. Come on. Oh, that brings back some memories, doesn't it? Brings back some memories. I do love blank tapes. Particularly if they've got something recorded on them. Stop it, Jace. Get back to the job. Okay. Now, there's another good week this week for... rummaging around. Atari Jaguar's in the house. Atari Jaguar. And we don't get a lot of Jaguar, and when we do, I like to put it on the show. And my first one this week is Ruiner. They took a good pinball game and they ruined it. I should check out Ruiner Pinball. Yeah, okay, it's a pinball game, but it's got a lovely looking box. I mean, you've got to say, Saturn Jaguar artwork is pretty gorgeous. Don't worry, I'll get it out. I don't like getting stuff out, but I get it out. Again, beautiful condition. There's the cartridge, and there is the pristine manual. Yeah, I do appreciate that pinball games. I mean, this was a 64-bit console. It was like, yeah, the first 64-bit console. Atari are bringing it. This is like, before the N64, and we're thinking these games are going to be so amazing. Yeah, we got Doom, we got Alien vs Predator, we got Tempest 2000. But then we got that, and then we got Pinball Fantasies, 2 top-down scrolling pinball games. I think there's another pinball game, I can't think what it is off the top of my head, but you just think that is real cop-out, isn't it? You've got this top console, and you just... I'm not saying pinball games aren't great, I'm a big pinball fan, but they're not pushing the boundaries either of game design or technicalities of the brand new console, are they? I mean, they're just a bit like... Okay, just a couple of sealed games this week for the Jag. Thought I'd show this. Bubsy. Bubsy is by Accolade, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, I think it is. But yeah, it's lovely to have it mint and sealed in the box. So I thought I'd show you that. There's another one. A checkered flag. Now, anyone who watched the episode 6 of Jason Japan will see I played Checkered Flag, the coin-op in Tokyo, but it wasn't this game. You think, it's on the Atari label, it's going to be like some sort of, it's a licensed game, it's going to be Checkered Flag. No, it's neither the Scion Spectrum Checkered Flag or the brilliant Konami coin-op Checkered Flag. It's their own Checkered Flag. Poo-paw, I wanted to say the PISS word. I stopped myself, I'm very clever. I stopped myself from saying that. It's a poo-paw polygony race. Check it out. Wow, what a polygony racer. Yeah, it was a good one, wasn't it? It was a good one. Check that. Mint and sealed, though. I do love sealed in the box. Now, you're thinking, I love Jaguar, but for me, it's all about the football games. What's football like on the Atari Jaguar? Well, we had Fever Pitch. And actually, it's a lot better than you think. Check it out.
Kick on.
Yeah, Fever Pitch there. Fever Pitch on the Jag. It came out for other formats as well, I believe, Fever Pitch. Is it an Amiga game? I think it might be an Amiga game. I'll just get it out for you. I keep saying that, it's rude. Oh look, it's still in this plastic, the cartridge is still in its plastic bag. You've got pristine, you've got the flyers, the warranty and the manual. Beautiful, beautiful example of Fever Pitch. Yeah, Fever Pitch. So many football games, but they are good. They're good. Okay, moving on. Here's another one. It is Wolfenstein 3D. Now, do you remember Doom was like a killer app on the Jag? So then when you get Wolfenstein, you think, well, that's related to Doom. That is going to be amazing. And there are definitely similarities. Let's check out Wolfenstein on the Jag. Yeah, it is. It's a typical first-person rush-around shooter. I mean, it's a prequel to Doom. It came out, originally. But they milk that cash cow till it bleeds. Beautiful condition, though. You must admit, this is in beautiful condition. A very special grip there as I open it. You know that. And there we have it. Look, a perfect manual, perfect cartridge. A lovely example of Wolfenstein 3D. Okay. Any more? Jaguar. Of course, the Americans, this is for you, Beastball. Jaguar. What's makes me laugh? They can't speak properly. Sorry. That's just lost some of my demographic. I didn't mean to say that. Jaguar. Hey there. I got a Jaguar. Okay. Sorry about that. Here's another one. This is a Jag CD game. This is Battle Morph. Now that's the sequel to Cybermorph, the game that came free with the Jaguar console. And it's more of the same. And you're thinking, but that game was pretty ropey. Well, it was a bit ropey. They tried to improve it a bit, bigger missions and stuff. Beautiful condition. I'll get it out for you. Look, they come in these inner slip cases. Lovely things. And then you've got a little manual. You've got the warranty there. And the manual is tucked in. The rear page tucks in, so yeah, they are immaculate condition. Oh, and of course, yeah, you've got an overlay, a little overlay pocket, and there it is in there. Yeah, so they're very nice things. I'm going to put the warranty back in. Oh, the disc has come loose. It's strange, isn't it? Sometimes you see games just like this without the big box, but they were always released in the big box. It's just like packaging mad. Let's make a package, a digipack package for the game, and then let's just stick it in a box that's not. They're very floppy at the bottom. Jaguar CD boxes. They are not well reinforced inside. They're in the middle. There's a little card brick that stops the digipack from sliding down, but the bottom, it's just got nothing inside it. It's an empty box. So to find one in nice condition is getting hard. But I've got some more. This one is sealed. Now this is Hover Strike, another simple kind of space shooter, 3D. Everything's from 3D angle, but again, sealed, brand new. But you can see it's even the pressure of the seal has caused the cardboard to bow a little bit. There's another one. Yeah, last one for the Jag. And that is baldies. Thankfully, I've never suffered with that. Some of my friends are bald. Luckily for me, my hair's still there. But you get to this age and, anything could happen. It could happen. Anyway, baldies. Why don't we just check out I do like it. Baldies on the Jag CD. Beautiful sealed game there, lovely condition. It's just a nice thing to have, isn't it? Nice thing to have. I mean, you know how I feel about sealed games. I want to play my games, so keeping them sealed, tricky. I appreciate value-wise, pristine, perfect copies of things are always going to be worth a lot of money and go up in value infinitely. But you're going to buy it because you want to play it, and then you're not going to be able to play it because you're going to feel terrible breaking the seal. I think I would vomit all down my front if I was unpicking a sealed game. Imagine pulling a Nintendo red strip sealed game and just breaking the seal and just break it. Oh, right. You see, that's what I mean. It's tricky. It's a tricky situation. Okay, now let's have another new format. I'll come back to this game I almost showed you earlier. PC Engine's in the house. PC Engine is back. We've got some lovely games to show you today for the PC Engine. This is a Super CD game. This is Macross 2036. It's a classic shooter. Let's check out Macross 2036. What a fabulous game. It's what the PC Engine's all about. Brilliant shooters. And of course, there we have it. Look, it's got the little warranty sheet and you know what it is. is the spine card. He's got the spine. It's a beautiful copy of this game. Fabulous condition. And very rare, highly desirable, and brilliant fun to play. We forget that, don't we? Sometimes we're all about completing the numbers, getting that, but that game is really fun to play. And I think if you collect PC Engine, that's one of the big differences. A lot of those, the arcade ones, always seem pretty good fun to play. And here's another one that you'll agree is also fun. Fun, maybe not fun to play, but fun. I've written it down. This game for the PC Engine, Hue Card, it is called Honey on the Road. Now, isn't that a brilliant name for a game? It conjures exactly what the game's about. Let's check out for the PC Engine, Honey on the Road.
Oh, I've been looking forward to playing this one. Yes, it is a lane switcher avoidathon. That is a whole new genre. It's a lane switcher avoidathon. You know these games. Yeah, you've got to jump over the blue guys, collect the little vials of honey, which we're collecting. And as you can see, the little top bit there, it ticks down. We're at 8 kilometres. We're working our way to the end goal. But check the soundtrack. I'm going to shut up just to appreciate the music for this game. It's fantastic.
Yeah, Honey on the Road. Oh, it's got it! It's got it! Oh, yes! I don't care. I don't care. I know you. I'm trying to give them up, but I'm back on them. I'm back on them. It's like vaping to me. Oh, that is what a flavour! What a flavour on that one. Oh, that is a bygone era. They capture so much. These foam squares. Anyway, yeah, beautiful. It's got the foam square. It's got the cartridge. There we go. Honey on the Road. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. No, Honey on the Road. Okay. Now this is a weird one. This is a late game for the PC Engine. It's on Super CD. It's a game from 1990. No, not 1990 anything. It's from 2004. Yeah, a company putting out brand new games for the PC Engine on Super CD. It is called Meteor Blaster DX, and I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't show you what it was like.
Oh, it's like Asteroids.
See, it's a quality arcade game. Would have said that, would have done really well if it had been launched in a time that the PC Engine was actually still in production, I'm sure. But yeah, very lovely and very rare game for the PC. It's weird, isn't it? It's new. It's new compared to all the original stuff, but it's actually rarer than a lot of the original stuff. Because not many people wanted to buy it. Not many people still using their PC Engine in 2004. Okay, last game for PC Engine today, and it is Raiden. Yes, is it just Raiden? I think it's just Raiden. Raiden. I know, James, you love Raiden, don't you? Raiden. Let's check out the original Raiden for PC Engine. What a classic shooter. There we go. We've got, I've got the little warranty card. Let's actually get the cartridge out of the little wallet there. There it is. Raiden, the cartridge. Isn't that beautiful? Hugh Grant there. Always glad to see him. Brilliant. I mean, what a lovely guy. It's got the rear stickers right. Yeah, lovely. Raiden for PC Engine. Jace, what's left in the box? Well, I'm going to talk to you about something we have not covered on the show. In the last 30 episodes, we have not covered this console, which seems weird, but it is classic. Yes, it is a WonderSwan colour. Now, the WonderSwan is such a landmark console. It's got its story, hasn't it? It is designed by Gunpei Yokoi, the creator of the Game & Watch, the creator of the Game Boy, the creator of the Virtual Boy who got sacked and went to Bandai. And this was what the result of that project was. This was his. Well, it's actually the sequel. Originally, it was a black and white version, but the colour WonderSwan. You could play black and white games still on it. It's a bit like Game Boy Color, but it had colour graphics, not backlit. Very similar way to the Game Boy Color. But let's have a look. Anyway, the WonderSwan colour, absolutely gorgeous condition. It's like new. It's another thing from my friend John. I'm sure he's watching this thinking I wish I kept that. You should have. It's a lovely thing. Okay, let's pull this out. You want to see the console. I mean, you might know all about these already, but they are very rare, really. And this one is absolutely perfect. Let's go look at the manuals first. It's got 2 manuals and like a warranty card thing. And here it is. Here it is. It's a WonderSwan colour. We're going to have a look at some games in a minute. But look at that transparent orange. It's a beautiful shape. It properly is compact. It would fit in your pocket. The cartridge slot is there. One single AA battery is all they take. And it's made for right. It's worth mentioning. You can play it the other way around. So if you're right-handed, left-handed, you just switch the console around and you press the button, and you can. Which I always thought was pretty neat. And it takes someone like Gameboy to come up with that. Sadly, no longer with us, but he left us so many amazing devices. I am a big fan of the WonderSwan. I have several WonderSwans in my own collection. But the games are odd. They're wacky. This is a console that was only ever released in Japan. And we all know that Japan taste in games is pretty quirky. Now, Bandai, famous for Digimon. Now, do you know what Digimon is? It's like a bit of a lesson, isn't it?
Digimon! Prepare to Digimon, the original digital monster. How well you train him determines the monster you get.
Yeah.
Train him to shadow box, to battle. And when you've taught him enough,
Prepare to Digimon!
challenge another Digimon. And if you've taught your monster well, he'll be victorious. Are you prepared to Digimon? Digimon, each sold separately from
So really, this is the fighting version of Tamagotchi.
Digimon made it onto the WonderSwan. It was the big killer app for the WonderSwan was Digimon, and there are loads of Digimon games for it. And this is one of them. Now you can see this comes in a very strange little box. I'll put that on the thing. It comes with a separate manual that doesn't fit in the box, which is odd. This is Digimon RPG. It's a 2-unit thing here. I'm going to open it up and show you. This might be something you haven't seen before. Here we've got the little white box there, and we'll open that up and you can see there's the game cartridge, and there is a clip-on adapter. Now this adapter clips onto the top of the WonderSwan. Yeah, WonderSwan. And then you can attach your Digimon toy and download your character into the game, or update your character on your game, vice versa. This connects to it. Let me just show you a Digimon. So as you can see, so that Digimon would then touch onto here, and then you would be able to transfer data between that toy device and the game. And it all sounds very complicated to us, doesn't it? It's like complicated, but it was all the rage. It was a big success and drove the sales of the WonderSwan, and that's probably why we got a WonderSwan colour, because Digimon was so popular on the console. But don't worry, it's not just about Digimon. There are some great games on the WonderSwan, and I've got some to show you. Now the first one I'm going to show you is a Klonoa game. Do you know Klonoa on PS2? I think maybe on other formats as well, Japanese Saturn, I think, Klonoa. This is Klonoa Moonlight Museum. It's a kind of platform action game. Let me show you it going. And again, immaculate condition. These games are beautiful. I'm going to open it, let you have a look. Something funny about the WonderSwan is the size of the cartridge. Now bear in mind, Gunpei Yokoi, we've got 2 manuals there, 2 inserts. Gunpei Yokoi invented the Game Boy, and the Game Boy is the original Game Boy cartridges are quite square and quite cute, but look how many. Why has it got so many connecting pins for WonderSwan games? I've always wondered. It's like, that's more than a SNES and a NES combined. The amount of pins that it has to connect to make the game. Very strange, and they're big. I mean, that is a big cartridge. That is. I don't know. It's quite heavy too, and it comes with these. They all come with these cases. They're nice. They're in lovely style, but you think, well, there's some space saving could have been done there, because you've got 6 games in your pocket. You're going to know about it. Okay, another game about this. Now this is Mega Man. Mega Man versus Fort. Rockman, of course, Japanese title for Mega Man. Let's check it out first. Let's check out Mega Man on the WonderSwan. And there it is, beautiful box again. They're very nice compact boxes compared to the size of the cartridges. The boxes are very cute. And there we have it again. I'll show you the cartridge. Yeah, that makes that sound when you pull that out. And there we have the manual and the thing. Oh, I don't need to get any more of these out of the box. I can do. I can show you. Okay, now let's get to another one. I really like this one. This game is called Tane o Maku. Tane o Maku, which I think means seeds, wonder seeds or something. It's about planting seeds. And you play a bird. I'll show you the front now. I'm going to show you. Let's just have a look at Tane o Maku.
Well, the bird is the star. He drops a seed at the beginning of the level, but you don't actually control the bird. This is a strange puzzle game where you have to direct drips. It sounds like when you had your YTS workers in B-Jams back when I was a kid, directing drips. Now we actually control some sticks in between some other sticks. Some of these blobs they crawl along. I mean, that does look a bit weird, doesn't it? But when they join up, they make bigger drips. And if you can direct the bigger drip to the plant, here we go. Here comes a big one. We'll finish the level. So here comes the big drip. It's flashing. It's so big and heavy, that drip. Here it goes. Yeah, it is like on the Spectrum, isn't it? It is. We've got the plant to grow. Lovely.
Lovely. Now, what I loved about this game is it's got a bonus contents. Bonus contents. It is this. So you've got the normal manual and the warranty, and you've got the cartridge, pretty blue cartridge in its case. But then you've got this, a little art book in such a small game, and it's the story of the bird on the look. It's like a little comic book. You know, can you imagine? Can you imagine a British developer making something like this? This is actually card. These are solid card pages. It's like a proper kid's book. I just think, wow, that is nice, isn't it? That is brilliant. A little book in there, in such a small game as well. Just thought, wow, what a lovely little bonus. So yeah, that's that. Any more in the box? One more game in the box. There's one more game in the box, and it's still for WonderSwan, but it's something you might know. It's only Ghosts and Goblins. Check it out. Yes, Ghosts and Goblins. Wow, Ghosts and Goblins for the WonderSwan. I mean, we get lots of conversions of Capcom's Ghouls and Ghosts. What are they called? The Japanese names, Makaimura. We get lots of conversions. I mean, Ghouls and Ghosts on loads of things, but Ghosts and Goblins, the prequel to Ghosts and Goblins, to Ghouls and Ghosts, you don't see on many formats. You know, you played on the Spectrum probably, but yeah, an updated version of that for the WonderSwan. What a cute game! I'll just show you what it looks like. I've got them all out of the box now. Might as well carry on. There we have the manual and the thingamajiggy, and there's the cartridge. Ghosts and Goblins What a lot of fun. What a lot of games today. I filled the table. It's been a busy week. Maybe get back to some more traditional computer games next week. But until then, thanks for watching. And happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
I'm going to give them goblins a good singing to now.